Been a busy weekend, hasn't it, done? Takes it out of us old boys, all this activity, isn't it? Hare Krishna. We're all waiting for Radhanath to let all the crowds of people in. Prabhu Nityananda
Haribo.
Haribo.
Jaya Radha Madhava Ganja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjari Hari
Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajadana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjani Hari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Yamuna Tira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjani Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjani Hari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjani Hari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjani Hari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Yashodanandana Rajajanarandana Yamuna Tira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjami Hari Gopi Jamalava Yashodanandana Rajajanarandana Yamuna Tira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjami Hari Gopi Yashodanandana Rajajanarandana Yamuna Tira Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Well, I suppose it's down to me now to make the next announcement, is it? Okay. Thank you very much all for coming today, and I'd like to welcome our special guest, David Wilmott. Thank you very much for coming. It's very nice to see you, Prabhu, and I think in the usual way we should welcome David with our, and put all our hands in the air and out shout very loudly, 3 Haribols.
Haribo! Haribo! Haribo!
Your seat is over here, Prabhu.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's got a very big
Thank you very much for coming. Yeah. Nice to see you.
You too. Thank you very much.
Coming to the rural Ram celebration.
This is very cozy. How long have you been using this facility? Last time I came, using the Quaker House in Rochester, I think, right? You still using that place? Yeah? When do you decide to come here?
This is Radhanath's place, and we've been he's been living here all his life, actually.
Yeah.
So when we started the Sangha back in the early 80s, there was an Amhata group, and Radhanath was one of the first of those who came. So we haven't probably supported since the 1980s, either in the farmhouse or whatever, and this was so quite a long time.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you. How's everybody feeling today?
Good.
Yeah?
Great.
Did you actually start at 1 p.m.? Yeah? You've been doing Kirtan since then? Okay. So, we are observing the appearance of Lord Ramachandra, right? Which actually took place officially on Thursday. And today we are furthering our honoring of the Lord. I take it that everybody here knows who Lord Ramachandra is. There's no, nobody is oblivious to his identity. Okay. So really our purpose is not for me to try and tell you anything that you don't already know. Rather our purpose is to hear the glories of Lord Ramachandra, and in the association of devotees, then we hope and pray and expect that Krishna will give us some mercy and enlighten us from within, being pleased by our endeavor to hear about him sincerely and to glorify him. So, first of all, can I borrow one of those mridangos? This one? Which one is brighter? Yeah, that one will do. Actually, no, give me the clarinet. So, you all know this song from the beginning of Krishna book. Srila Prabhupada quotes this song that Lord Chaitanya was fond of singing as he would tour South India. Yeah? Krishna, 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 Krishna. Yeah, you know this one? Okay, if you don't know it, just follow along. We'll do it line by line. Ready? Okay. Krishna, 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 Krishna,
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 Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Rakshama.
Krishna, 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 Rakshama.
Krishna, 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 Pahima. Raghava Rakshamam.
Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Rakshama.
Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Pahimam.
Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Padema.
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare.
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 Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rakshama.
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rakshama.
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Pahimam.
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Pareva.
Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Rakshama.
Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Rakshama.
Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Pahimam.
Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Rama.
Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Rakshama.
Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Rakshama.
Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Pahimam.
Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Rama.
Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Parivajikacharya Ashtottara Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charana Arvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Parivajikacharya Ashtottara Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki. Shri Navadvip Dham Ki. Ganga Mai Ki. Yamuna Mai Ki. Bhakti Devi Ki. Tulasi Devi Ki. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki. Janita Gaura Premanand. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories unto the lotus feet of Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So I'm going to use my phone to read something, one or two things. You want to hear from Srila Prabhupada? By hearing from Srila Prabhupada, we are immensely benefited. Yes? So that's the best thing. Bhagavan Maharaj once asked Srila Prabhupada, what's the best way to preach in Africa? And Srila Prabhupada said, the same way as anywhere else in the world. Read something from one of my books, and then speak from your own realization. So we'll be doing a lot more reading from Prabhupada's books today. Okay. So this is a purport from Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 3, text 22. In this chapter, many of the Lord's incarnations are described. And in text 22, it is written, Nara Devatvamapana Sura Karya Chikirshaya Samudra Nigrahadini Chakre Viryan Yata Param. In the 18th incarnation, the Lord appeared as King Rama in order to perform some pleasing work for the demigods. He exhibited superhuman powers by controlling the Indian Ocean and then killing the atheist king Ravana, who was on the other side of the sea. Purport. The personality of Godhead, Sri Rama, assumed the form of a human being and appeared on the earth for the purpose of doing some pleasing work for the demigods or the administrative personalities, to maintain the order of the universe. Sometimes great demons and atheists like Ravana and Hiranyakashipu and many others become very famous due to advancing material civilization by the help of material science and other activities, with a spirit of challenging the established order of the Lord. How's everybody doing? Are we able to hear? Yeah, is the mind bugging us? Sometimes it's difficult, right? We're supposed to sit down and hear and listen, and then we realize 3 paragraphs have gone by and, oh, I was somewhere else. So this is our Bhakti Yoga process. It begins with Shravanam. Srila Prabhupada said this is the first and most important item of devotional service. If we don't do this, we can't make progress by any other anga of bhakti. So this is our meditation, this is our yoga, and therefore it requires a little concerted focus, some intentional focus of the mind, yes? And if we're having trouble, I'm saying this because from experience I know, if we're having trouble, then we have to pray to Paramatma, please let me hear about you. Yeah, I can't hear. So much fog is in the way. So many clouds are in my brain. Let me hear nicely, please. Reveal yourself in the form of your narrations. Okay, so this was a really nice sentence that Srila Prabhupada wrote. Sometimes great demons and atheists like Ravana and Hiranyakashipu and many others become very famous due to advancing material civilization by the help of material science and other activities, with a spirit of challenging the established order of the Lord. So they use all kinds of material facilities and energies for the purpose of challenging the established order of the Lord. And they become very famous for this, right? They are lauded by so many other materialists for their great achievements, because everybody wants to be like those who have power. Oh, they did it, so it's possible for me. And if I'm in their pocket, then perhaps I can become like them. Right? They have become very successful at exploiting this world. They have become very powerful and are enjoying this material world so very well. And therefore, I must follow in their footsteps. But what is the result, really? For example, the attempt to fly to other planets by material means is a challenge to the established order. The conditions of each and every planet are different, and different classes of human beings are accommodated there for particular purposes mentioned in the codes of the Lord. Right, everybody has his or her place in this universe. There are 14 levels of planetary systems. There are different conditions on various planets. And according to one's activities, one's karma, one is promoted or degraded into different situations, even different species of life, in order to enjoy a particular set of senses which are grouped around the mind. So every place is quite fit for the consciousness of its inhabitants. That is the established order of God. And those who are puffed up, demonic in their attitude, they wish to circumvent this established order by going where they please, as they please. Puffed up by tiny success and material advancement. Sometimes the godless materialists challenge the existence of God. Ravana was one of them, and he wanted to deport ordinary men to the planet of Indra, heaven, by material means, without consideration of the necessary qualifications. Interesting word Srila Prabhupada uses, deport, right? We often think of immigrants that we wish to send back. Not us personally, but we get the church. Immigrants are deported. You've come without permission. Where's your visa? Right? We have to deport you now. But in this context, it's taken as a desirable thing. Yes, let me be deported immediately to the heavenly planets. Ravana wanted to deport ordinary men to heaven, to the planet of Indra, by material means, without consideration of the necessary qualifications. He wanted a staircase to be built up, directly reaching the heavenly planet, so that people might not be required to undergo the routine of pious work necessary to enter that planet. Right? Let's make it our own way. Forget about having to earn it. Right? Never mind having to deserve it. Let's just try to take it. He also wanted to perform other acts against the established rule of the Lord. He even challenged the authority of Sri Rama, the personality of Godhead, and kidnapped his wife, Sita. Of course, Lord Rama came to chastise this atheist, answering the prayer and desire of the demigods. He therefore took up the challenge of Ravana, and the complete activity is the subject matter of the Ramayana. Because Lord Ramachandra was the personality of Godhead, he exhibited superhuman activities, which no human being, including the materially advanced Ravana, could perform. So Ravana thought that Lord Rama was a mere mortal, just a human being. Ravana was a great Rakshasa. Very powerful. Yeah, we say, eating others for breakfast, quite literally. So he thought that Rama was a human being, in a lesser status of material advancement, a lesser status of existence. But Srila Prabhupada says here that Lord Ramachandra performed feats that not even Ravana could match. Lord Ramachandra prepared a royal road on the Indian Ocean with stones that floated on the water. The modern scientists have done research in the area of weightlessness, but it is not possible to bring in weightlessness anywhere and everywhere. How many of you are 1980s kids? Okay, good. Anyone else? No? 1980s? Anyway, you remember this film, perhaps, unless you were living in a Hare Krishna temple your whole life. But you might remember the film Back to the Future. Yeah? So when he went 30 years into the future, to the year 2015, which is now long gone, right? So all the kids were going around in these hovercrafts at that time. Instead of skateboards, they had hoverboards, right? And they would just sort of push the air, and their hoverboards would go along, just floating above the surface. Yeah? So this is some fanciful desire to bring in weightlessness anywhere and everywhere. But where are all the hoverboards? I mean, if it was possible, right? They would be in every toy store up and down the country, wouldn't they? All the kids, all of us would be running around on hoverboards by now. But no, skateboards are still in vogue. Because you cannot bring in weightlessness anywhere and everywhere. That potency is controlled by Krishna, not by us. So not even Ravana could perform this feat of floating stones in order to make a bridge across the ocean. And what was it exactly that caused the stones to float? What was required? I know you know.
They wrote Ram on the stone, right?
Yes. Either they wrote the name of Lord Ramachandra, or they chanted the name of Lord Ramachandra in order to make the stones float. I've heard it recently also. Vashishika Prabhu gave class the other day. He said that it is written that Lord Ramachandra himself put the stone to float, and it did not float, and then his devotees told him, "You must chant your name in order to make the stone float." The name is more merciful than the Nami, Nama and Nami. Lord Krishna's name gets everywhere, and he reaches everybody. The name is more merciful. So, it is not possible to bring in weightlessness anywhere and everywhere. But because weightlessness is the creation of the Lord, by which he can make the gigantic planets fly and float in the air, he made the stones, even within this earth, to be weightless, and prepared a stone bridge on the sea without any supporting pillar. That is the display of the power of God. And so Krishna, when he comes in his various incarnations, he always does something, or several things, which indicate his supreme potency, his supreme controllership, his mastership over his material energy. So this example of floating stones across the ocean is one of the Lord's displays of his great mastership of his own energy, which no one else can imitate. So most of us, I'm sure, all of us, we know the story of this Ramayana written by the great sage Valmiki. How was Valmiki empowered to be able to write the Ramayana? How were the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra manifest before him in order that he could compose in an authorized way all of the activities of Lord Sri Ramachandra? Apparently he had some great parentage, but that was a rumor. He was living amongst a hill tribe, practically dacoits, and they would do dacoit things, right? Plundering, etc. So one time, he came across some sages in the forest, and he prepared to attack. And as he was about to attack, they noticed him and addressed him in a very calm manner. They were not panicked in any way. They said, "Oh, you have come here to rob us?" And he said, "Yes." And they said, "Very well, we will hand over to you everything in our possession, but first you must answer our question. Are you prepared to accept the sinful reactions for this thievery? Right? And are your family members for whom you are performing this act, for their maintenance, are they prepared to accept these sinful reactions for your sinful activities?" So he had to pause, and he returned briefly to his homestead, and he asked his family members, are you prepared to accept the sinful reactions for my plundering actions? And they replied, "No, we are not. We are not going to accept the sinful reactions. Thank you very much for taking such trouble to provide for us, but we're not having any part of the reactions. No chance." So he returned to the sages and had to rethink his position, because by their intervention it dawned on him that there were consequences for all of his activities. And he inquired from them, what should I do? What is to be my fate? So they advised him to chant the name of Lord Sri Rama. But he could not. He was unable to vibrate. He was unable to utter these two syllables, Rama. It was not possible. Due to the burden of his sinful life, he could not even utter the holy name of the Lord. What to do? So Narada Muni, who was representing those sages, said, anyway, you're embroiled in this world of birth and death. You should instead chant the name Mara, which means death. Mara, 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 Ram, 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 Ram. In this way, he was tricked, you could say, into chanting the Lord's holy name. Krishna is very merciful. He'll find any which way to engage us in some pious activity. Of course, chanting the Lord's name is not a mere pious activity. But it certainly is not impious. And there is great sukriti, great merit in chanting the Lord's name, which can lead one to pure bhakti. So in this way, he was able to utter the name of Rama by starting off with the reversal of the two syllables. Yes, and of course, when they flow together, then Rama comes. And in this way, he chanted the name of Lord Rama for many, many years. This was his determination. Such was the power of the intervention of these sages. For many years, for such a long time that when they returned, he was undiscoverable practically. You could say similar to the position of Hiranyakashipu when he had performed his austerities. Ants had covered his body with a great hill. And when Narada Muni came there, he said, Valmiki, come out! And Valmiki emerged from that anthill. And he had been so long absorbed in meditation on the holy name of Lord Ram that the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead were fully manifest in his heart. So this Valmiki Ramayana is authorized. Let's do a synopsis, and then I want to read again something which is very wonderful. Some confidential information regarding Sita Devi. So, Maharaj Dasharatha had 3 wives, yes? Lord Rama was the son of Kaushalya, yes? Bharata was the son of Kaikeyi, and Lakshmana and Shatrughna were the sons of Sumitra, yeah? Okay. Lord Ramachandra is the eldest. He was meant to inherit the kingdom, naturally. And he was fully trained, fully prepared for that task. We're actually going to read a little bit about his qualification in managing the kingdom. We only wish we could have such a ruler nowadays, don't we? Because if such a ruler takes charge of the kingdom and the citizens, then everybody becomes happy. And when there is an absence of such a ruler, such a leader, then there is chaos. So Lord Ramachandra was fully trained for this task. But Kaikeyi, the mother of Bharata, called in her boon. She was given a boon by Maharaj Dasharatha. And at this particular time, under the influence of her maidservant, Mantara, right, she called in that benediction. And she asked King Dasharatha that, I want Bharata to assume the throne. Not only that, but she also requested that Rama be exiled for a period of time in order that there would be no undue competition or vying for controllership of the kingdom of Ayodhya. So this broke Maharaj Dasharatha's heart. Yes, he could not even deliver the news to Rama himself. Kaikeyi had to deliver it. And as soon as Lord Rama heard that this was the order of his father, immediately he said, yes, your wish is my command. As you command, I shall obey. And off he went to the forest. And of course, the citizens, they followed him as far as possible until finally he said, no more. Yes, now you must let me go alone. His chaste wife Sita Devi came with him, and also Lakshmana came, because Lakshmana was fully dedicated to the service of the Lord. So they spent many years. How many years exactly in the forest?
14.
Was it 14? Yes. And they prepared to come home again to Ayodhya. And Bharata also visited them in the forest and said, I will not rule, I will rule on your behalf. I will place your shoes on the throne. Shurpanaka saw the Lord and became enamored, exceedingly enamored, lusty to enjoy him. But who was in the way? Sita Devi. Because Lord Ramachandra had accepted Ekapatni Vrata. He had accepted only one wife. He could not entertain the desire of this Rakshasa, no matter how beautiful she presented herself. And Lord Ramachandra suggested, why don't you, Lakshman's unmarried, But Lakshman was not willing to follow this instruction. Lakshman even convinced Shurpanaka to insist upon Ram. So Shurpanaka thought, the only thing stopping me is Sita Devi. And as soon as she determined to remove Sita from the equation, then Ram and Lakshman took protective measures. Lakshman lopped off her nose, and Shurpanaka had to run back to her brother Ravana. And of course, Shurpanaka wanted revenge, and she was still very much desirous of having Rama all to herself. So she set Ravana's mind upon Sita Devi. And therefore Ravana employed Marichi, the wizard, to somehow separate Rama and Sita so that Ravana could steal her. So Marichi took the form of this golden deer. Of course, Sita Devi was captivated by such a magical creature. She wanted to bring this creature back to Ayodhya as a prize. She insisted that Rama go and catch that deer for her. Rama told Lakshmana, under no circumstances leave Sita alone. Off he went. And then they heard cries from the forest. Lakshman! Lakshman! Help! Sita Devi naturally became very fearful for the life of her husband. And she begged Lakshmana to come to his aid. But Lakshman knew that this must be a trick. Rama can take care of himself. He is fully equipped. He does not need me. He instructed me to stay here with you, Sita Devi. I must obey his order. So then she employed a tactic which forced him to leave. She accused him of wanting to enjoy her for himself. This was unbearable to Lakshmana because he was the dear servant of his lord and his consort. He never imagined in any wildest dream to enjoy with Sita in any conjugal way. It's not possible. So finally he relented and agreed, okay, I will go at your insistence. And before he left, he created a reka, a protective circle, and told her, do not leave this area for your own protection. And off he went. And Ravana appeared there in the guise of a mendicant, a brahmana begging alms. He tried to enter the cottage, but the reka would not allow him to enter. So he asked Sita to bring something out to him. And due to her natural womanly compassion and desire to do the right thing, she left the protection of that circle, and immediately Ravana captured her and took her to Lanka. Jatayu tried to prevent him and gave up his life in the service of the Lord for his trouble, for which Rama was most grateful. But Sita was lost, and when Rama and Lakshman returned to the ashrama, they were devastated, Lord Rama especially so. And the search began to gain Sita again. So they found out that she had been taken to Ravana's place, Lanka. They required some help though. They had no army there in the forest. And they came across the Vanaras. These are not monkeys, although they may resemble what we understand to be monkeys in this day and age. They may have bear some resemblance, but they could communicate. Yes, there are 400,000 types of human species. Have we seen all of them? How many have we seen? If someone said to you, how many human species have you encountered in your 40, 50 years on this planet? Well, first of all, I'd have to figure out what constitutes a species of human being. What are we talking about exactly? Right? Is it by color of skin? Is it by facial features? Is it, right? What is it? What qualifies one as belonging to one of the 400,000 species of human being? So there are many that we have not encountered. Vanara is one. So there was a quarrel between Sugriva and Vali. Lord Ramachandra helped Sugriva reposition himself as the leader. Vali had committed many crimes, and Lord Ramachandra defeated Vali in battle by actually shooting him from behind. Vali said, "How can you do this? This is not according to the principles of Dharma." Lord Rama told him, This is fitting your sinful life." And Vali accepted, "Yes, I have been mercifully and rightfully executed in this way." So Sugriva was re-established as the leader, and the great devotee of the Lord, Hanuman, set about discovering the whereabouts of Sita. He located her on the island of Lanka. Right? That's another great story. And in consequence of finding Sita there, he set fire to the whole place and returned to Lord Ramachandra with proof that she was alive and waiting to be rescued. So then the effort to cross the ocean and to engage in battle began. And we all know the story. And everyone contributed. Even the squirrel and the spider, they contributed to building this bridge, this great bridge across the ocean. And naturally, the Lord emerged victorious in the great battle. Ravana had his generals, including Kumbhakarna. Yes. Lord Rama had his. And finally, the 10-headed Ravana was defeated. But there's always some jeopardy, yes? It wasn't so easy. Of course, everyone, including the Lord, likes a good fight. And therefore there has to be a point at which it appears the Lord is perhaps in trouble or is on the back foot. But he must emerge victorious. And of course, all the demigods were very much relieved and satisfied that Krishna had appeared in this form of Lord Sri Ramachandra to deliver all of the universe from the persecution, the harassment of this great demon Ravana. And thus they returned to Ayodhya, greatly welcomed by all the citizens. So this is some kind of nutshell of the story of Lord Sri Rama. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was touring South India. He met many devotees of Lord Sri Rama. Yes, and I want to read something regarding this. Any questions or thoughts or reflections on anything that we've heard so far? All good? Yeah? Krishna Kata Prabhu, you had something?
The 400,000 species.
Yes.
Could you elaborate on that?
I just told you.
I mean, how do you define a species? I mean,
Yeah.
I suppose it would make sense if you divided it up with, races and varnas and all sorts of things, monkeys. But it still seems difficult to add them up to 400,000, doesn't it?
Yes.
Even if you took all those different races and varnas and
Yes.
types, and
Including the Kim Purushas,
indeed.
which means what kind of Purusha are you? What kind of man is that? Yeah? Half horse, half man. Yes? I mean, we are concerned with Bharatvarsh. This is just one of 9 valleys on the island of Jambudweep. This is one island on Bhumandala. How many others are there? Right. After this island, then you have the saltwater ocean. And then, right, you have the other islands. 7 of them in total, I think. Lakshadweep, etc. That's a lot of land. And none of these places are accessible to us. We are, like Prabhupada says, we are bound here on this varsha, like an animal tied to a post, and we're forced to go around and around. Going around and around. Can't get off it. Yeah, and then, I'm not getting into whether it's a ball or a disc. But we're stuck here on this varsha. There's so many other varshas, so many other dvipas. And this is Bhumandala, earthly planet. And above this, there are several other levels of planetary systems, all the way up to Satyaloka, Brahmaloka. So what species of life are the demigods? They're also human. Right? If we want to say there are 8,400,000 species according to the Padma Purana, then that's across the board in this universe. So demigods also have human form, but it's very advanced human form. Right? They're not turtles. They're not amphibians. They're not birds. They have human form. $400,000 is a lot, but there are a lot of places in which humans can appear. I mean, the science fiction shows are very good at imagining all kinds of human forms.
Klingons.
Yeah. Yes. But it's mentioned in the scriptures, of course. Right? Yes, Pulkasha, in the first canto. These different races, you could say, different races of humans in different parts of even this varsha are there. So that's as much as I can give you, I'm afraid. We need an inventory. We'd have to do a cosmic survey. It might take a little while to get around. Or we could just go straight to the source and say, let me download from you the names and the appearances of all of these different forms of human.
I suppose you could compare it to animal species in a way. If you think of fish, for example, there are different types of fish, different species, and they're all fishy-like, but there's a different, a shark is different, type of fish, or
Right.
whatever, but they're different species. So I suppose if you think of it like that, maybe that would be a sort of similar sort of...
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Yeah.
that,
If it has 2 arms and 2 legs, it has the power of speech, right? And similar senses to what we're familiar with, and there's a good chance it's human. Yeah. Okay, shall we go on? So after taking sannyas, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu traveled for 6 years. This is a lecture by Srila Gaura Swami. Mahaprabhu traveled for 6 years in South and Northern India to preach. While traveling in South India, the Lord met many Rama Bhaktas, as mentioned in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. He converted many of them to Krishna Bhaktas. And they started chanting Krishna Nama. The Chaitanya Charitamrita states, all the Vaishnavas, after seeing Mahaprabhu and obtaining the mercy of Mahaprabhu, became worshippers of Krishna and started chanting Krishna Nama. While passing along the road, Mahaprabhu was chanting, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Pahima. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Rakshana. O Lord Ramachandra, descendant of Maharaj Raghu, kindly protect me. O Lord Krishna, killer of the Kesha demon, kindly protect me. Mahaprabhu visited the temple of Ahovala Nrsimha, where he meditated upon the deity. Then Mahaprabhu saw the Vigraha of Sita Rama in Sitavata. There the Lord met a Rama Bhakta, a dear Vaishnava, devotee of Rama, and was invited to his home to have prasad. Mahaprabhu accepted the invitation and went to stay in the Brahmana's house. That Vipra Brahmana was always chanting Rama Nama. Rama, 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 Rama. Mahaprabhu accepted Bhiksha from the Brahmana and showered his mercy on him. Then Mahaprabhu left his house and proceeded. Thereafter Mahaprabhu went to Skanda Kshetra and took the darshan of Skanda, Kartikeya. Then Mahaprabhu went to Trimata, where he had the darshan of the Vamana deity. After that he went back to Siddhavata. When he returned to the house of that same Brahmana, Mahaprabhu saw that the Vipra was chanting Krishna Nama instead of Rama Nama. Mahaprabhu asked him, last time I visited you were chanting Rama Nama. Why are you chanting Krishna Nama now? And the Vipra replied, by seeing you. From that day onward, my tongue is uttering Krishna Nama. From my very childhood, I was chanting Rama Nama, which was my nature. But that is now changed by seeing you. Now my tongue is always chanting Krishna Nama. Right, Lord Chaitanya is glorified in the Bhagavatam. Krishna Varnam, Tusha Krishna, Sangopangashtra Krishna. He is always describing Krishna, and the name of Krishna is always on his tongue. So by his influence, by his association, so many others accepted Krishna Nama. This Brahmana said, now my tongue is always chanting Krishna Nama. He explained the verbal root of the words Rama and Krishna from Shastra. He quoted from the Padma Purana, where Rama Shata Nama Stotra, the 100 names of Lord Rama are mentioned. This is text 8. The Supreme Absolute Truth is called Rama because... Does anybody know the answer before I reveal it? This is just to keep you awake. Why is the Supreme Absolute Truth called Rama? Why should he have a name? Rama. What's the answer? Why? Okay, we know he has many, many names, but why Rama? What does Rama mean?
Reservoir of pleasure.
Yes, he is the reservoir of all pleasure, and there are 3 Ramas, aren't there? 3 famous Ramas. Ramachandra, who else? Parashurama, and Balarama. Okay, practically Balarama is Lord Krishna's second body. He is the immediate expansion of Lord Krishna. And when we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, we're referring to Lord Rama, who is Krishna. Lord Rama is Krishna's name. Rama is the name of Krishna. Balaram is Krishna's second body. Some people, I've heard this question, right? Why do we chant the name of Lord Rama in the Hare Krishna mantra? We're chanting Krishna's name. Rama is Krishna's name. Yes? And Krishna manifests as 3 Ramas: Balaram, Parashuram, Ramachandra. These personalities are not different from Krishna. They may not be manifesting all of the Supreme Lord's qualities, yes, according to their own Leela, but they're Krishna. Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the Supreme Absolute Truth is called Rama because the Transcendentalists take pleasure in the unlimited, true pleasure of spiritual existence. That he is the reservoir of all pleasure. These names are Satyananda, like the Satchidananda form. Those who are yogis, they always take pleasure in those unlimited names of the Satchidananda Vigraha. In Rama, Padenasu, Iti. Let me just adjust my screen here. 1 second. Technology is very wonderful, but then as soon as you touch something or rotate your screen, it likes to trip you up. Okay. Here we go. Iti Rama Paden Asau Param Brahma Vidhiyate. Rama indicates Parabrahma, and Rama also means Ramana. Ramana means who enjoys. Thereby he gets pleasure. That is Rama. He is the supreme enjoyer. Yes? Does anybody have any complaint about that? He is the supreme enjoyer. Everything is meant for his enjoyment, including this material world. Of course, it is not directly the place where he seeks enjoyment, but it exists certainly for his purpose. His purpose is to bring us back to Godhead. He is the supreme enjoyer of all sacrifices and austerities. Bhoktaram, Yagya Tapasai. The name Ramanama also indicates Param Brahma, right? The supreme Brahma. Then he quoted from the Mahabharata, where it is mentioned. The dhatu, krish, the verbal root krish, plus the pratyaya, the suffix na, combined together becomes Krishna. Krish means attraction, and na means pleasure. Paramananda, supreme ananda. So Krishna means all attraction and all pleasure combined, and that is also Param Brahma. Right? All attraction, all pleasure. That is the meaning of Krishna. What does Krishna mean? And all pleasure. Okay. Thus Ramanama, the name of Rama, indicates Param Brahma, and Krishna indicates Param Brahma. Therefore, there is no difference between Rama Nama and Krishna Nama, because both indicate Param Brahma. Right? Each of us is also Brahman, and guess what? Everything that we touch, everything we experience, everything we encounter is also Brahman, because it's not different from Krishna, really. It's his energy, just as the sunshine is not different from the sun planet. You know, we say when the sun comes out, the clouds disperse, and the light comes into the room, we say the sun has entered the room. Well, not literally, but yes, the sun has entered the room, because the sunshine is not different from the sun, and at the same time is different. So everything is simultaneously Krishna and not Krishna. This is our philosophy. Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. Everything is simultaneously one with Krishna and different from Krishna, because everything is Krishna's energy. There's nothing beyond Krishna and what comes from Krishna. But Krishna is Param Brahma. He is the source. We may be Brahman, and this microphone may be Brahman, okay, but I'm not going to get supreme bliss by chanting microphone, 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 microphone. Okay? Krishna is Param Brahma. And bliss, happiness, comes by yogaing with the Param Brahma, by connecting with the source, that from which everything emanates. Okay, quoted in the CC Madhya Lila. As far as the holy names of Rama and Krishna are concerned, they are on an equal level. But for further advancement, we receive some specific information from the revealed scriptures. Yes, and this is from the Padma Purana Uttarakanda, where Lord Shivaji said to Parvati, O Varanane, O Parvati ji, one Rama Nama, one name of Lord Rama is equal to 1,000 names of Vishnu. Then from Srila Rupa Goswami's Lago Bhagavatamrita, he quoted a verse from the Brahmanda Purana. If one utters 1,000 names of Vishnu 3 times, that means 3,000 names of Vishnu, he will get the same result if he utters Krishna Nama only once. So 1,000 names of Vishnu,
Is one Rama.
one name of Lord Rama, 3,000 names of Vishnu is equal to one utterance of Krishna. In other words, that means if someone utters 3 times Rama Nama, what result will he get? He will get the same result as when he utters Krishna Nama once. How are we doing for time? Are we really must we cease speaking as soon as the clock strikes 1? I mean as soon as the clock strikes 3? Were we able to go over a little bit? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in charge.
The organiser, not here.
Okay.
That's okay.
So, this Brahmana who took up the chanting of Krishna's name and had been a Rama Bhakt all his life, he said, according to this statement of the Shastras, the glories of the holy name of Krishna are unlimited. Still, I could not chant his holy name. Please hear the reason for this. The Vipra explained the real reason he began chanting Krishna Nama. From the very beginning of my life, from childhood, I was chanting Rama Nama. I was getting pleasure out of it. Day and night I was chanting. But when I saw you, the name of Krishna came to me. Then I understood the glory of the name of Krishna. And you are that Krishna. Mahaprabhu, you are that Krishna. Saying this, he fell flat at the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu again showered his mercy on him. This is very interesting. That unless one gets the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his servants, how one can chant the name of Krishna? So we're all very fortunate. By great good fortune, we have been blessed with the ability to chant Krishna. Okay, there was another Vipra, another Brahmana that Lord Chaitanya met. He's described here as the sentimental Vipra. From Siddhavata, Mahaprabhu proceeded to southern Madura, which nowadays is known as Madurai. There he met another Rama Bhakta who invited Mahaprabhu to his house to accept Diksha. Mahaprabhu took bath first and then went to the house of that Vipra. When Mahaprabhu arrived there in the afternoon, he saw that the Vipra had not cooked any food. You have not cooked any food? Mahaprabhu asked. Why haven't you cooked yet? And the Vipra replied, my Lord Rama is staying in the forest. Nothing is available in the forest for cooking. No rice, dal, sabji, nothing. When Lakshman brings some forest vegetables, roots, flowers, and leaves, then Sita Devi will cook. However, Lakshmana has not yet come back. That Vipra was very sentimental. Upon hearing his method of worship, Mahaprabhu became very happy. Then the Vipra began cooking food. Mahaprabhu took prasad, but that Vipra did not. He fasted. Mahaprabhu asked, why are you fasting? Why don't you take prasad? Why are you lamenting? Why do you think like that? The Vipra replied, you see, a demon touched Sita Thakurani, Jagannatha, mother of the world, Mahalakshmi. My ear heard this, and it's so painful to me. How many of us heard that Sita Devi was touched by Ravana and were distraught? So this Brahmana, he was in pain, hearing that Sita Thakurani had been touched by this demon. Therefore, I don't want to survive. My whole body is blazing as if it is on fire, but life is not leaving. Have you ever been in so much pain that it's just, you have to tolerate it? Whether it's physical, or mental, emotional, whatever it is, this is just something I have to put up with. But imagine that pain being so intense that you just would like to die right now. But the life is not leaving. The Vipra spoke in this way. Hearing that, Mahaprabhu consoled him. Then Mahaprabhu explained the Siddhanta, the proper understanding. So he was pained that Sita Thakurani had been taken, touched by this wretch, Ravana. So Mahaprabhu consoled him by giving him tattva, the actual state of affairs. Sita is not an ordinary woman. Sita is the wife of the Supreme Lord, his internal potency. Her form is Chidanandamaya, a completely transcendental spiritual form. Sachid Ananda Murti. No one can see her with material eyes. So how is it possible that the demon Ravana could see her? What to speak of even touching her? That demon could not see her because no one can see Sachid Ananda Murti with material eyes. Ravana cannot see her, so what to speak of touching her? Then who did Ravana take? Who did Ravana take? He couldn't even see her, what to speak of touching her. So who did he take? Anybody knows?
A shadow, can't they call it shadow Sita?
Yes. Ravana took Maya Sita, the illusory form of Sita, not the real Sita. He could not touch or see Sita, because Sita Devi is Sachit Ananda Murti. Thus Ravana took only Maya Sita. When Ravana came, Sita disappeared. Thus Maya, the illusory energy, sent an illusory Sita to Ravana. All the Vedas and Puranas state that aprakrita vastu, those who are transcendental, not material, cannot be visualized nor seen through material eyes. So Mahaprabhu said to the Brahmana, believe me and don't cherish such bad thoughts of committing suicide. Then that Vipra took some food, broke his fasting, and gave up the desire of committing suicide. Mahaprabhu consoled the Brahmana in this way. Thereafter Mahaprabhu went to Mahendra Parvata and had the darshana of the deity of Brigu Rama. Then Mahaprabhu went to Dhanus Tirtha, where he took bath. There he had darshan of Rameshwara. During that time at Rameshwara, in an assembly of Brahmanas, the Kurma Purana was being read out. Mahaprabhu sat down and listened. At that time, the topic of Ravana stealing Maya Sita came up. And I'll give you the translation. Janaka Nandini, the daughter of Janaka Maharaj, Sita, is the crest jewel of all chaste ladies and most devoted wives. Pativrata, Jagatera Mata. She is the mother of the whole universe. She is the wife of Lord Rama. When Ravana came, Sita Devi took shelter of who? Who did she take shelter of when Ravana showed up? Anyone knows? I'll put you out of your suspense. She took shelter of the fire god. Yes, this is from the Kurma Purana.
Why so?
Why?
Why the fire god specifically?
Well, we shall find out
Oh, okay.
as the story unfolds. It won't take too long. The fire god covered Sita Devi. He sent an illusory Sita to Ravana, and Ravana took that illusory Sita. Right? So the fire god is in control of form. Right? We perceive form through the eyes. Yes? Without eyes, you cannot perceive form. Yes? We can get some impression of form by touch, but not the full picture. Yeah, just like all of those gentlemen that tried to describe the elephant by touching various parts of its body. You don't get the full picture. So the fire god presented an illusory form to Ravana. He's the deity in charge of form, in charge of fire. By light, by fire, you can see. If there's no light, you cannot see. Yeah? The sun goes down, the moon is covered, the electricity goes off, the grid goes down. What can you see? Nothing. No light. No form. Fire god is in charge of form. Revealing form. After Rama came to Lanka, killed Ravana, and rescued Sita, he asked Sita to enter into the fire. Thus, when that illusory Sita, right, the illusory Sita entered into the fire, then the fire god Agni delivered the real Sita to Rama. That is a fact. Yes? So Sita was tested. She was asked to enter fire. She entered the fire, and Agni Dev delivered up the real Sita whom he had been guarding. Because fire is not just an element. There is a deity controlling fire. So that personality took Sita, protected Sita. And when Maya Sita was asked to enter the fire, then Agni Devi delivered back Sachidananda Murti Sita.
Stop it.
When Mahaprabhu heard this, right, you remember he's listening in an assembly of Brahmanas in Rameshwara from the Kurma Purana. When Mahaprabhu heard this, he became very happy. And at that time, he remembered Rama Das Vipra, who had developed the desire to commit suicide. This Brahmana was willing to commit suicide because of the pain he was feeling on account of what he heard regarding the Lord's pastime. I mean, so many people are willing to commit suicide because of what is bothering their bodies and minds materially. But this devotee, he was ready to give up his life because of the pain of thinking the Lord's consort was taken by some demon. Such a standard of love. I mean, how could it be otherwise? He personally met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and was consoled by him. Mahaprabhu wrote down the verses from the Kurma Purana, and when he went back to see Rama Das Vipra, he showed him these verses. That means that when Ravana came, Sita took shelter of Agni Dev. Then Agni Dev made a Chaya Sita, an illusory Sita, or a shadow of the real Sita. He delivered that Chaya Sita to the tan-headed Ravana. Ravana took her illusory form, but the real Sita stayed in Bandipura with the fire god. Then, when Ramachandra killed Ravana and rescued Sita, he asked that Chaya Sita to enter the fire. When that Chaya Sita entered the fire, Agni Dev delivered the real Sita to Ramachandra. This is the meaning of that verse. Therefore, Mahaprabhu told the Brahmana, you see, this is Siddhanta. It is stated in the Shastra, in the Kurma Purana. When that Vipra saw the verse, he became very happy. He clasped the 2 lotus feet of Mahaprabhu and started crying and said, you are that Raghunath, Ramachandra, and you gave me darshan in the form of a sannyasi. The Vipra saw so much humility in Mahaprabhu and invited him again to his house, but this time he cooked many nice, palatable dishes for him. No fasting this time. Mahaprabhu was very pleased, showered his mercy on that Brahmana, and continued to Tamarparni. So this is all described in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. You will find there how Mahaprabhu met so many Rama Bhaktas, devotees of Lord Rama, and how some of them were converted into Krishna Bhaktas. By Mahaprabhu's influence, they were able to take up the chanting of Lord Krishna's holy name. And by Mahaprabhu's mercy, their misconceptions were cleared. Right? There were some mistakes or errors one can make, some misconceptions one can have. One of them is tattva, brahma. Errors or misconceptions regarding the reality, the truth of Lord Krishna and his appearances. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that Janma karma chame divya evam yovik tattvata chaktadeva punarjanma naiti bhavati sochana. If you know the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities, if you know in truth how I appear in this world and what I do and how those activities are conducted, then you never have to take birth again here, but you will come to me. Therefore, it's essential that we understand Krishna Tattva, in truth, from the Shastra. There was one purport I was keen to read, but I think maybe we should just discuss or have any questions if there are any. Yeah. And as a finale, we might read that little purport. Let's see, if everyone's willing. Are there any thoughts, comments, questions?
What's the destination of someone who worships Ram faithfully, and chants his name, because we understand he's an expansion of Vishnu, so he's not the supreme God. But you, in the beginning of your talk,
Let me just pause there.
Yeah.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's Vishnu Tattva. And he has his own spiritual abode beyond this material creation. Vishnu manifests for the creation of this material world. The Lord, they're called avatar. Avatar means they who cross into, from there to here. So he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But he's not manifesting all of the qualities. Krishna has 4 specific qualities that distinguish him from all of his other expansions. Please continue.
No, you did answer. You kind of answered that.
Okay.
So could you explain a bit more about this abode?
Ayodhya Dham. Above Sadashiva Loka, above Mahesh Dham, right, there is the Vaikuntha Loka, right? In those Vaikuntha planets, then there are so many expansions of the Lord in his Narayan form, 400 Narayan form. Yeah. I'm just trying to remember the chart. There was a nice chart made a few years ago. So Ayodhya Dham is in a jurisdiction, right, in that Paravyoma, in the spiritual sky. So devotees of Lord Ramachandra, they can go there.
It's just that Lord Chaitanya was converting, those who worshipped Ram, who followed Ram.
Yes.
Although there is a supreme destination for Ram.
Bhaktas.
Yeah, bhaktas. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
But it appears in Lord Chaitanya's line, that's not recommended. Because
it's not that it's not recommended. You see, if we get out of the material world and enter into one of the spiritual planets, then what problem do we have? Right?
Yeah.
It's perfect existence. You see, the Lord manifests a form according to the love of his devotee. Yeah? According to how we love him, he manifests a particular form. So Hanuman did not want to see any other form but Lord Ramachandra because he's eternally devoted to Lord Sri Rama. When Krishna was in Dwarka, he asked Garuda to call Hanuman to come and see him. Garuda flew there and requested Hanuman that my Lord is calling you, please come. Hanuman, right? He flicked his tail and Garuda flew at a distance. Hanuman wasn't interested. Garuda came back to the Lord of Dwarka and said, Hanuman is not coming, my Lord. So Krishna said, why did you mention my name? Tell him that Sri Ramachandra is asking him to come. So Guru read back. And Hanuman said, why didn't you say so the first time? Immediately he came. And when he arrived in Dwarka, then Lord Krishna assumed the form of Lord Sri Ramachandra. And Rukmini Devi assumed the form of Sita Devi, right? Balaram of Lakshmana. So according to the devotion, the way in which one loves the Lord manifests the form. What's your question?
That's fine. Yeah, I was just going to add that because we all have an original position in the spiritual world.
Yeah.
So if you've reached that level in your journey here in the material world, you just may be drawn, to Lord Ram.
Yes.
Because that could link to your.
So. So Mahaprabhu, right? There are 3 internal reasons and 3 external reasons for Lord Chaitanya's coming here. And the 3 internal reasons, actually 3 external reasons. He comes to propagate the Yuga Dharma. Yes, he comes to propagate the chanting of Hare Krishna. Every avatar in Kali Yuga does this. Every avatar in Kali Yuga does this. But only once in 1,000 Kali Yugas does Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come to give Madhurya Bhakti, access to intimate relationship. Actually, he gives 4 rasas that ordinarily are not given. Right? He gives Dasya Bhakti, Sakya Bhakti, Vatsalya Bhakti, and Madhurya Bhakti. He comes to give an intimate, spontaneous, loving relationship with Krishna. This is the gift of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By following his process, one can enter into an intimate, loving relationship with the Lord in one of these 4 rasas, according to one's natural inclination. Unless one gets Mahaprabhu's mercy, how will one receive that gift? How will one receive what he has come to distribute? So he met so many devotees of Lord Ramachandra. They were devoted to Lord Rama. But by the association of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they began chanting the name of Krishna, and immediately they now have access to an intimate, loving relationship with the Lord in one of his 4 rasas. With Lord Ramachandra, he is the king. He's the king. It's not so easy to have it's not so easy to be the pal of the king. Right? But when Krishna goes to the forest and tends the cows, all his friends go with him. They swap lunch. Right? Krishna is defeated by them in sport. He has to carry his friend on his back. Yeah? His mother calls him to eat. He does not come, and then she says, Nanda Baba's waiting for you. And he says, oh, and then he gets scared, and he leaves his friends and immediately comes. Yeah? He plays his flute, the gopis come to him in the dead of night, leaving aside all other considerations. And the Lord dances with them for one night of Brahma. By his inconceivable energy, he is able to expand one evening into the duration of Brahma's night. Just as he is unlimited, but he allows Mother Yashoda to bind him with one rope. Similarly, he can expand one night into 4.3 billion years for the pleasure of the gopis who want to dance with him. So this is what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is offering. And without coming to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his parampara, how will one have any access to that kind of relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead? The relationship is there in the heart. But under what circumstances does it become revealed? How many lifetimes have we been wandering in this universe, or any universe? Brahmanda Brahmiti Kona Bhagavan Jiva, Guru Krishna Prasadi Pai, Bhakti Lata Bij. After wandering through lakhs of lives and species, one who is Bhagavan Jiva, a fortunate soul, receives Bhakti Lata Bija, seed of devotion to Krishna, by the grace of the Lord and his confidential devotee, such as Srila Prabhupada. How is it possible any other way? Right? I mean, we just stumbled. And everyone has a story. You know? Walking through the town, someone's there with a box, bunch of books. What's he doing? Yeah? Well, this is a book about self-realization. How much is it? No? Is £2 all right? No. Okay, I'll take it here. You can have it. You know? Read the book. Have your life changed? Have your world rocked? Prabhupada said, when one of his disciples asked, what is the cause? Why some and not others? Why one and not another? What is the cause of the beginning? We say, oh, you come to the path of bhakti as a result of your sukriti. You got some sukriti. Yeah? Krishna says you can't be firm in your determination in this process of devotional service unless you've come to the end of your sins and you've acted piously in this life and previous lives. Then you can fly, you can take it up. And if you're burdened by sinful reactions, you struggle. But what is the cause of the beginning? Where does it begin? What is the cause of getting the first ounce of sukriti by which your path in devotional service begins? Prabhupada said, Krishna wants. Krishna wants. That's it. Otherwise, how would I end up here presuming to chant Hare Krishna and saying something about Krishna? Got lucky. That's it. Somehow Krishna wanted it. It's the same for all of us. Krishna wants. He is the supreme controller. He is the supreme enjoyer. His desire is, he's Satya Sankalpa. His desire is truth. Right? We think we have desires, like what's God doing? He's just, relaxing. He's not phased, but he has desires as well. He's a person. He has his desires. And if he desires that any particular soul comes to him, then one is blessed. If his devotee desires that any particular soul comes to him, then the material life of that person is finished. Right? A moment's association with the pure devotee of the Lord, and one can attain all perfection. Sorry, that was a long response.
Good response.
Anything else? You all hungry? What happens next?
So now we have Abhishek,
Yeah.
Pushpanjali, and
Okay. Great. All glories to Rama Raja. There is a nice verse. We didn't get to it. 9th canto, chapter 10, text 50, which describes the glories of Lord Ramachandra's kingdom, if anyone's interested. Okay, thank you so much, everybody, for your patient listening, and very happy to be in your association. And all glories to Lord Sri Ramachandra, and all glories to Krishna's devotees. Jai Shri Bhagavad Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Shri